How's it, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today's a little bit of a different episode. I'm going to be teaching you on how to fish the local estuaries of South Africa, some of the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. And yeah, this is just for you guys for your own personal use, so that next time you go out to one of your local rivers, it'll be a more enjoyable session. Hopefully give you a bit more success. But yeah, if you enjoy the video and you learn a few things, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And leave a comment if you'd like to see any more videos like this, maybe for saltwater, for freshwater, knot videos or something like that, traces. But yeah, leave a comment down below. So let's get started. First I'm going to introduce to you what tackle that I use generally when I go to the rivers. I'm using currently a 7-foot Sensation Axis Extreme. You can use any rod between like a 6'6" to around 8 foot is preferably the better size. You don't need to go massive or anything like that. Yeah, preferably a light setup, so something easy for you to walk around with and carry, so not too much strain. So something like either ultra light setup or just like a bass rod, something like that. But yeah, this is the rod I use. This is the Axis Extreme from Sensation, and I've paired it up for estuary, mainly for the estuaries. I use a Shimano Sienna 4000, spooled with 25-pound grinder braid, and then I've got a 0.45 mono leader, and it's quite a long leader. And the reason is for your grunt and your KOB when you're fishing for them. And I've learned this from friend of mine, that the fish are definitely sensitive to your leaders. So I'll show you the length now. So that's from there, it's my wingspan. That's what I've measured at, my wingspan leader. And then we use just from the mono, obviously connected to the braid with, I use an FG knot. It's probably one of the best knots out there. And then I've paired it up with a number 1 size adrenaline circle hook. So you can use up to, depending on what you fishing with. If you're fishing with live bait, obviously you can go a bit larger. But for when we fish drift bait for grunter with prawn, a number 1 size adrenaline circle hook, or even up to a 1/0 circle hook is generally good. We use circle hooks just to prevent the fish from obviously swallowing the hook. It does help a lot. Otherwise, if you use a J hook, you're going to end up not only losing a lot of hooks to fish swallowing them, but also it's harming the fish in the end. But yeah, so the reason why I fish the Sienna 4000, you can fish much smaller reels up to 2000s, even in a 1000, but it's just because for those larger fish that come through, so you can get like a skipjacks in some of the rivers, your KOB, garrick. So it's just got a bit of a stronger drag, and also for lure fishing, which I'm making a video for that as well. It's got a bit of a larger spool, a bit more line, so you can cast a bit further. Yeah, I generally prefer using this setup for fishing estuaries. So yeah, that's what you basically need. About a 7-foot rod, any size reel between a 2000, even a 1000 up to about a 4000, depending on your brand. Some reels are a little bit larger than others. So yeah, then basically what you want to do when you go to your estuaries is you've got to look for obviously the right areas to fish. Generally looking for banks and drop-offs and things like that, mud banks, sand banks, for where these fish typically feed. Then I've been fishing recently a lot on the boat, so obviously boat fishing is a lot different to fishing from the bank. So when you fish on the boat, the tactics that we use is just basically simple. We normally drift with the current, but generally your fish feed with the current. So you want to follow the current and drift slowly, otherwise using the motor just to slow you down, or if you've got the, I think they call like a drifting sail or something like that, where you throw off the back of the boat to just slow you down while you're trailing or drifting. Yeah, that definitely helps. So what we do is just basically just fling out your prawn baits. We generally use mud prawn, it's a little bit better. you keep your bail open and you let that prawn basically sit down. You get a good distance from the boat, probably about 15 to 30 meters behind the boat. And what you do is, once your bait is out, you sit with the line as if you would feel bite. You hold it with your finger, just like that, but you keep your bail arm open. So the reason for this is, once you feel your bite, generally you'll be able to tell between a grunter. You'll learn the bite between a grunter and Cape stumpnose. You get a lot of Cape stumpnose in the rivers. So generally, once you get your bite, a grunter likes to pull and sit with the prawn. So you'll pull your rod down, and then that is when you let go of your line. Because you don't want that grunter. Grunter is very sensitive to tension. You don't want him to feel that bite. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to hold the line, hopefully you can see. So I'm going to hold the rod up, holding with my finger the line. Once you get that bite, your rod will start to like almost pull away from you, pull down. You let go of your line, and you'll see your line will start almost running off, screaming off sometimes, depending on the size of the fish, or if it's running away and whatnot. And your line will keep going off, keep going off, keep going off. And then when you're ready, when you feel comfortable, close the bail, and then just lightly set the hook. And 9 out of 10 times you've hooked him in the corner mouth with that circle. So yeah, that's how we fish off the boat for these grunter. And we've caught KOB, we've caught obviously the grunter, flatties, we call them flatties or Cape stumpnose or silvies. And then also we've picked up river bream as well as skipjacks. My mate's caught a nice skipjack, also using the same technique with a sand prawn. Yeah, that's basically how you would fish from the boat using your drift bait. And then from the bank, so most people obviously don't have access to boats. Fish from the bank, same story. Looking for your spot to choose from, but instead of now just dropping your bait off the boat and drifting with the current, you are going to just cast your bait out, but just be careful when you cast down. You don't want to cast too hard, otherwise you'll throw your prawn off completely, and then that's just obviously not going to catch any fish because you've got no prawn. So yeah, just throw it out lightly. Some people, I've used, sometimes you can just attach for a bit more weight, small ball sinker, probably like a 1/4 ounce, maybe something very, very light, even just a swivel, just to give you just that extra weight. And you throw out into a spot, wherever it is. If you find a bank, sand bank, mud bank, drop off, let it sit, and you let it drift with the current. And you also, same thing, you keep your bail open at all times, and you keep your finger on. But instead of now keeping your finger on like permanently, you let out line constantly to let that bait just drift along the current, because you can't physically drift with the current like you would with a boat. So you just stand on the bank, or even if you've managed to wait out maybe to drop off, and you let constantly just feed out the line and feel for when you get that bite. When you get that bite, same story, let go of the line completely, let him eat, and then when you feel comfortable, close the bail arm and gently set the hook. Yeah, so that's generally the tips and tricks on what I've learned now from a lot of my friends, a couple of YouTube videos and stuff like that, on how to fish for grunter in your rivers. I'm just going to play on some footage now from the last trip. Obviously, I've got a few videos on the channel. I'll leave links down below to those videos, or up top here. Yeah, so you can go check them out. Yeah, and hopefully these tips have given you some good advice, hopefully they just work for you. Yeah, leave a comment down below if you do go and try these after watching the video and you come right. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, if you want obviously more content like this, please leave a like, leave a comment. I am doing a video now soon on how to fish the estuaries as well with rivers. Sorry, not with rivers, with lures. Because I've also been doing that quite often, and we've had some good success on some large fish. I'll leave video links up to the top. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and hopefully enjoy these next few little clips just on the last trip, catching a few grunter. So cheers, guys.
Jules! He's a fish. Yes. Grunter. Oh, these things fight harder than. Big fish. Felt the hook. Oh, okay. Whoa. Yeah, this might be my. I'd say it's about 40, maybe 45. Yeah, I think so. Like 33, 35. A bit smaller. There we go. Right, yeah. Oh no, somewhere. It might be. I can't remember what the last one was. 32 fork length. It's almost my PB. It's a nice one. Yo, gave a nice fight. These ones fight harder than the Kanubi. Hey! Ah! 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 I know. So I'm trying to watch out. Stop. There you go. Okay, he's around 30. You don't want to say so. What? Hey, babe. Stop. Stop, babe. Stop.
Check out all those airplanes.
Oh, sick.
So cool, man.
What do we got? Grunter. He ate. You see, there's a flat. He ate it, and then the grunter like took it away from it.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
You try these things.
These are a bit small, but yeah. I thought I had a size earlier. But yeah, keep your belt open. Keep your belt open, and then when you feel it, you let go of the line, and you'll see the line will start running. And then you just close the bell and you set the hook, but not too hard. Nice, Jules. Stuck.
We both thought we got waiting.
No, our Jenny got. No, our Jenny got.
What did I get?
What is that?
Okay.